Mini Max final time. Here is your grid. Daniel Amour has pole position for round three's final. Devon Nolan alongside on the front row. Seth Hathaway and Hugh Moulton on row 2. Corey Fowler and Ronnie Coburn on row number 3. Oliver Smith and Oliver Sander both have had good pace today on a single lap. Can they string it together in a final? They start from row 4. Kieran Denyer and Oliver Smith wrap out the top 10 of this grid. Michael Dalton and Sasha Bagley start on row number 6. Woody Radford had a race win, lost due to a bumper penalty earlier on today, but has had good pace. Starts this one from row 7 alongside Harrison Morrow. Mac McFarko has had a really tough day. Starts on row 8 alongside George Ivanov, who's going for novice honours. Damien Barris-Haggett and Louis Rees are on row number 9. Charlie de Moncos and Edward Rose wrap out the top 20 for this grid in Mini Max. Emily Ackett and Lena Summers-Kelly are on row 11. Josh Cooke will be our last of the 23 runners in this race.
I think we could be in for a really good fight between Amour, Nolan and Hathaway. They all have a case to say that they're going to run away with this one. Remember how dominant Hathaway was in Heat 3.
Here we go then, 8 minutes on the clock for your Mini Max final. Good start from those at the front of the field, all looking very tidy through the first couple of corners, which is what we want to see. But who's going to be leading up to Christmas Corner for the first time? Is it going to be Amour? Is it going to be Nolan? They're already through. In fact, no, Nolan's had a bit of a... it's fallen down to third. So it's coming home at the moment for Daniel Amour on the front of his bumper. He leads this race. Nolan back down the inside of Seth Hathaway. Retakes second place. And you can see Corey Fowler's had a good start as well. With the flashes of yellow on the side of his kart and his helmet. He's up to 4th place.
So if Nolan didn't get away fantastically, then crucially Hathaway did not either.
No.
But, well, it's still status quo, it seems, at the front of the field.
So 0.97 of a second. Here comes Fowler, though. He wants 3rd place off of Hathaway at the early stage of this final. Has got it. Not too much of a fight there from Hathaway. That's nice and sensible at this early stage. Still plenty of racing to go. Maybe trying to hold something in reserve for later in this race. As there's a spin. Was that?
Could that have been
Dalton? Yeah, I think you're absolutely spot on. That was a Lewis Hamilton replica helmet, and I think a 44 as well. So the 44 not blessed in this race with any luck. It's been a tough day for Michael Dalton. I'm sure Michael will be back for future rounds and hopefully better luck at round number 4. Looking at those novices, George Ivanov currently in 15th place. Down the inside there goes the number 28. I think that was Oliver Smith. One of the 2 Oliver Smiths in this race. Number 28, Oliver Smith, is through and into 6th.
Let's see what the gap is when they come around, but a bit of a monster lap from Daniel Amour last time round to pull the gap to almost a second. But the fastest driver last time round was Corey Fowler with a 48.59, and he's now really looking at the back of Devon Nolan for 2nd place. So if he can get the hurry up going, maybe he can go and have a run at Amour late in the race.
Big lap that from Nolan. 0.58 is now the gap.
Yeah, really clawed it back, isn't he?
Damien Barris-Haggett is on the comeback drive as well. He's up to 11th place now in the number 27. We saw him involved in that incident in the 3rd and final heat up at Christmas a few hours ago. But it's had good pace so far today. Still in the first half of this final. A lot of it to run. There is the battle for 2nd place. And they are reeling Daniel Amour back in here. That is a lot less than 0.6 of a second. Oh, there's a mechanical flag, unfortunately, for the number 61 of Sasha Bagley. Sasha currently running in 17th position. That's another case of a result gone that was really, really deserved for Sasha today. She's driven really well.
Lead gap's been halved again.
Yep.
2 laps in a row. It's now down to just a 1/4 of a second. Now, I wonder what the plan here is for Daniel Amour. He had a really nice healthy gap, which has been whittled away quite quickly And oh no, who's that? Is that number 88 that's parked up?
It might be Charlie de Moncos, I think, if it's
it could have been 98, yeah.
Is it with a black number board as well? So Charlie de Moncos is sadly out of this race.
Amour's been passed by Nolan.
Yes. So Devon Nolan to the front of the field then, in the number 54, and it's all started to stack up behind. Yes, it was Charlie de Moncos in the number 98. So I want to keep an eye on that second group as well, because they've got Damien Barris Haggett on the back. This is the one from Oliver Sander, 8th down through 11th. As down the inside goes Amour, back into the lead of the race. They're all squabbling over positions now as through goes Fowler. They're nearly tripping over one of the number 12's out. Josh Cooke is out of the race and has acquired someone's front bumper as well, for good measure. Just keep an eye on that second group. Sander, McFarquhar, Radford and Barris Haggett. There's a mechanic. Well, that's where your the front bumper's from. It's going to be from the number 89 of Lena Summers Kelly. We could have an absolute ding-dong battle here in the latter stages of this race. Because not only have you got a close field, I think you've also got traffic starting to come into play. No, apologies, that's a trick of the eyes.
Although that was a big lap from Amour last time around. He's pulled the gap back up to 3/4 of a second. So Fowler, having put himself up into that second place, lost touch with Amour a little bit, even though they made the move at exactly the same time.
Sasha Bagley has come into the pit lane to serve that mechanical flag. Unfortunately, the race for the number 61 is over, as pieces of Kart are recovered, strewn across the boot at the moment. Second and third look to have got themselves a little bit more reorganised now and are starting to close Amour back in now. 2.5 minutes to go. Across start finish, still the +1 lap as well. Big lap from Oliver Smith in the number 28. 47.50. A second, or just thereabouts, covers the top 5. Here comes Oliver Smith down the inside, going for third place on Devon Nolan, who is not going to be allowed to fight that one back. He's taking that position and more.
Absolutely left no way through for him to try and reclaim it on the left into Boxing Day or through Inkermans at all. Just shut the door. Thank you very much. Third place.
3 seconds covers the top 10 at the moment. All trying to chase down Daniel Amour in that number 41 Kart.
And again, the gap came down a little bit, 0.2 of a second. We'll see what it is this time around.
Over start finish they go. 47.71 for Amour, 47.54 for Fowler, 47.35 for Smith, and that was even with an overtaking manoeuvre. And here he goes again down the inside, takes second place, same move as he pulled on Nolan, and didn't need to even fight that hard for it off the exit either. Oliver Smith has come alive here in this final.
It's fantastic driving, and he will have lost a little bit of time there to Daniel Amour, but 1 minute and 1 lap left to go in it. And look, he's right there. That gap is not insurmountable at all. Can he have a run at Amour in the final stages of this final?
It was a podium last time out in round 2 for Oliver Smith. He's had 2 heat wins so far this season. Second place would be a best in terms of point score so far this season, but Daniel Amour in a race win, a trophy win in a final here in the Fast Star 2021 Whilton Mill Kart Club Championships is right there. He's done it the last 2 laps. He's going for it again. Up the inside, takes the lead here in the Mini Max final with 30 seconds plus 1 lap to play.
What a fantastic set of 3 laps there from Oliver Smith. He's just carved his way up the order, but can he hang on to it? Down the inside, number 54 on Corey Fowler does not come off into Wilkins. Can he get it done into Oz? Yes, he can.
So that's Devon Nolan back up onto the podium now here in Mini Max. Time, I think, will just about tick by before we get to the start line. So this is going to be the final lap. Can Daniel Amour strike back here? He's got to have a big run up towards Christmas Corner. 0.29 of a second is the gap as they go across the line. But Oliver Smith, the pace that he's got up the hill, they simply cannot do anything about it. That's one of the big overtaking opportunities done for Oliver Smith. He's not had to defend there. There is a back marker ahead. He's going to have to defend down into Ashby. Daniel Amour tries to show the move
Oh,
there.
he's well out of
he's
shape.
very out of shape as he comes towards Wilkins, but he's got it all kind of made back together. This is a great run from Oliver Smith onto the back straight. He's got a bit of a gap. Surely that's going to be too far back for Daniel Lamour to throw it down the inside. It is indeed. What a race in Mini Max. Oliver Smith takes his first finals victory of the season. He wins round 3 of the Mini Max class here in the 2021 Fast R Whilton Mill Kart Club Championships. Daniel Lamour, it's another podium in a final there in second place. Third for Devon Nolan, who's fought throughout the day. Fourth for Corey Fowler. Fifth for Hugh Moulton, who really gave it some there in that final. The top 5 covered by less than a second. Damien Barras-Haggett, watch out for Damien in future rounds. He's had some fantastic pace today, not the luck, but a 6th place is a good return from where he started on the grid. Seth Hathaway in 7th. Woody Radford in 8th, Ronnie Cobburn in 9th, Mac McFarquhar in 10th, Oliver Sander in 11th, the 38th, the other Oliver Smith, in 12th place. Kieran Denyer and Edward Rose took us down to 14th. George Ivanov was your top novice in 15th place overall. Harrison Morrow in 12th, in 16th rather. Michael Dalton, Louis Rees, second of the novices, Amelie Ackett and Josh Cooke, the third of the novices there. 3 retirements that were Sasha Bagley, Lena Somers-Kelly and Charlie DeMoncos.
Smith was just absolutely on fire at the end of that